各位记者朋友，大家下午好，欢迎出席外交部例行记者会。
Friends from the media, good afternoon. Now questions, please.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问：中国东盟领导人会议、东盟与中日韩领导人会议于
CCTV, China-ASEAN Summit and ASEAN Plus 3 Summit was held in Laotian capital, Vientiane. Can you share more details and highlights? The 27th China-ASEAN Summit, the 27th ASEAN Plus 3 Summit, and the China-Japan IOK Trilateral Summit meeting was successfully held in Vientiane, Laos. The atmosphere of the summits were positive. Leaders of the summits carried out in-depth discussions on how to safeguard peace and stability in East Asia and maintain the momentum of rapid growth in a world of turbulence, transformation, and rising protectionism. They believe that we should address the uncertainty in the world, uphold free trade system, enhance the connectivity of industrial and supply chains, boost momentum for high-quality development, and facilitate integrated development of regional economy so that the region can keep performing as an important driver for global economic growth. On China-ASEAN Summit, Premier Li Qiang noted that the China-ASEAN relationship has gone far beyond the bilateral scope and taken on great significance for Asia and the world. We need to tap into the advantage of China and ASEAN supersized markets and explore more ways to connect and share our market, thus making it bring a stronger development momentum. China is ready to work with ASEAN countries to create a multi-dimensional connectivity network, enhance infrastructure cooperation, tap the cooperation potential, and deepen people-to-people and cultural exchanges to build a closer China-ASEAN community with a shared future. Leaders at the summit speak highly of the strong momentum of China-ASEAN comprehensive strategic partnership, unanimously agreed to further deepen mutually beneficial cooperation in the interest of regional peace and prosperity. Leaders of the two sides announced at the summit the substantial conclusion of the China-ASEAN FTA 3.0 upgrade negotiations, which for the first time included chapters on connectivity in digital economy, green economy, and supply chains. And these outcomes will comprehensively expand the mutually beneficial cooperation between China and ASEAN in emerging areas and align our standards and rules and bring the two sides together to build a safe, stable, and unimpeded and effective supply chain. At the ASEAN Plus 3 Summit, Premier Li Qiang noted that, as President Xi Jinping noted that, when Asia fares well, the whole world benefits. Looking ahead, China stands ready to work with ASEAN, Japan, and the IOK, and all ASEAN countries emerging in enhancing ASEAN consciousness, promoting Oriental wisdom, making sustained efforts to foster a sound regional environment, boost regional development, and invigorate regional innovation, and advancing steadily toward a peaceful, tranquil, open, and connected Asia. Leaders of participating countries called for stronger solidarity, closer coordination, commitment to multilateralism, deeper cooperation in economy, trade, finance, food security, digital economy, green economy, and people-to-people and cultural exchange. The highlight of the summit is that leaders of ASEAN, China, Japan, and the IOK issued a joint statement on strengthening the connectivity of regional supply chains. And we reached common understandings on stepping up coordination on supply chains and sent a positive message of East Asian countries upholding the free trade system, which gives a strong boost to regional economic integration and global economic recovery. Next one, please.
A question from AFP.
法新社，美国国务卿布林肯在老挝举行新闻发布会，他说，中方以在借口下对台湾
的内政。
The Taiwan question is China's internal affairs, which brooks no external interference. The key to safeguarding cross-strait stability is opposition to Taiwan independence. The United States should abide by the One China principle and the 3 China-US joint communiques. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。香港中评社记者提问：外交部网站10月10日公布对3家。
On October 10th, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a decision on its website to take countermeasures against the 3 U.S. military companies and 10 senior executives. Could I have your comment? China has always firmly opposed the U.S. arms sales to China's Taiwan region. However, the U.S. has once again provided Taiwan with a large number of weapon aid, which seriously violates the One China principle and the 3 China-US joint communiques, especially the August 17 communique. Such sales seriously interfere in China's internal affairs, gravely undermine China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. In accordance with China's anti-foreign sanctions law, China decided to take countermeasures against the relevant military companies and senior executives. I would like to stress that Taiwan independence is as incompatible with peace of the Taiwan Strait as fire with water. The Lai Ching-te authorities' attempts to refuse reunification with force will prove to be futile. They will not stop the trend towards China's reunification by squandering money or weapons. U.S. help advance that agenda by arming Taiwan will only escalate the situation to a dangerous level. No weapon sales can erode our determination to oppose Taiwan independence and defend our sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Taiwan question is at the core of China's core interests and the first red line that cannot be crossed in China-US relations. China urges the U.S. to abide by the One China principle and the 3 China-US joint communiques, stop arming Taiwan region in any form, and stop conniving at or supporting Taiwan independent separatist forces. We will take strong and resolute measures to defend our sovereignty, security, and territorial integrity. Next one, please.
Question for Anadolu Agency.
阿纳多卢，据报道，联以部队的军事措施在以色列对黎巴嫩南部的行动中被袭击，中方也是联合国维和部队的派遣国之一。中方对当前的利益局势有何评论？
China is gravely concerned over and strongly condemns IDF's attack on the ground and sentry towers of United Nations Interior Force in Lebanon, which caused injury of UN peacekeepers. Any deliberate attack on UN peacekeepers, a serious violation of humanitarian law and the UNSC Resolution 1701, which is unacceptable and shall be put to an immediate stop. We request investigation into the incident, effort to bring relevant people to account, and measures to prevent such incident from happening again. Parties to the conflict must earnestly ensure the safety and security of all UN peacekeepers and property, including the United Nations Interior Force in Lebanon. We urge parties concerned, Israel in particular, to take measures to de-escalate tensions and ensure the security of UN peacekeepers.
澎湃新闻记者提问：据报道，10日，欧洲议会通过紧急。
The paper is reported that the European Parliament yesterday adopted a resolution condemning the Chinese government's violation of human rights in Xinjiang, Xizang, Hong Kong, Macau, and the mainland, calls on businesses to comply with human rights due diligence obligations, and calls on the EU to adopt additional sanctions against high-ranking officials and entities involved in violations. What's your comment? The European Parliament resolution lacks factual basis and calls white-black. It attacks the human rights situation in Xinjiang, grossly interferes in China's internal affairs and judicial sovereignty, and seriously violates international law and basic norms governing international relations. China expresses strong indignation over and opposition to it. We will lodge serious protest with the EU. It's the Chinese people, not the European Parliament, who have the best say on the human rights situation in China. Xinjiang today enjoys social stability and economic growth, and the people there live a happy life. It is enjoying development progress like never before. China's Xinjiang policy was supported by people, and this is something that cannot be denied by anyone. While showing concerns for the unfounded accusation of forced labor in Xinjiang, the European Parliament turns a blind eye to serious violations in Europe and humanitarian disasters in Gaza. This once again reveals to the world the double standard it applies. We strongly urge the European Parliament to immediately stop making up lies to smear China, stop interfering in China's internal affairs and judicial sovereignty, and stop applying double standard on human rights issues. The European Parliament is in no position and has no right to lecture others on human rights issues. Instead, it needs to reflect on itself, abandon arrogance and prejudice, see squarely China's achievements on human rights, and respect China's sovereignty and the human rights development path independently chosen by the Chinese people. Next one, please.
A question from AFP.
法新社，美国国务卿布林肯在东盟相关的会议上称，中方在南海的非法行动让美方感到关切，中方对此有何评论？
我想强调的是，
I want to stress that China's sovereignty and maritime rights and interests in the South China Sea are formed during the historical process, which has legal basis and historical basis. China and ASEAN countries have the capability and the wisdom to solve these differences through consultation and dialogue and control the situation. The United States and other countries build military blocs, create tensions, and create bloc confrontation in the South China Sea. They are the biggest source of instability in the South China Sea. Next one, please.
Question from Bloomberg.
彭博社，中国的警方逮捕了台湾一个公司，也就是鸿海精密工业公司的4名员工。这一企业一直是美国科技公司苹果公司的主要供货商。中方能否提供更多详细细节？外交部对这一逮捕事件有何评论？
我不了解你提到的具体。
I'm not aware of what you mentioned, and this is not a question related to foreign policies.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢谢。深圳卫视直新闻，10月10号，在日内瓦举。
Shenzhen TV on October the 10th, the 57th session of the UN Human Rights Council held in Geneva adopted a resolution on promoting accessibility as submitted by China. Can you give us more details? On October the 10th local time, the 57th session of the UN Human Rights Council held in Geneva adopted by consensus the resolution entitled Promoting Accessibility for the Full Enjoyment of All Human Rights by All, submitted by China on behalf of 30 countries, including Honduras, Pakistan, and Turkey. This is the first UN topic resolution on accessibility. Human rights are an all-encompassing and evolving concept. Improving accessibility gives an important safeguard for everyone, including the disabled and the senior, to participate in social life equally and conveniently, and fully realize all human rights. The resolution will help all sides to better understand and pay more attention to accessibility, enhance international cooperation, and effectively promote the sound development of human rights protection globally. 法新社，欧方领导人在东盟会议上说，他们希望中欧之间的贸易冲突能够得到良好解决。
贸争端。
About the disputes between China and the EU, China has made clear its position many times. The EU should soberly know that adding tariffs can't solve problems. This will only sour the business environment in the EU, which will harm China's confidence in investing in EU. This will weaken competitiveness and the industrial stability of the EU. This will shoot on itself foot. We hope the EU and China will work together to solve these issues through discussion and avoid expansion of the dispute. Next one, please.
还有其他问题吗？
Are there any more questions?
那好，今天的记者会到此结束。
Then let's call it a day. Thank you.